Are we here live? Uh-huh. Alrighty. I am taking this. Making sure I didn't have to delete this video immediately. I'm taking the necklace. El necklace. Oh no, it's not a word. Taking the necklace to the worst place in the world, FedEx store, because the post office and all the other pack and ship stores do not open until I'm supposed to be at work. The only place that is open in the entire city is the FedEx store that's run by sloths. Actual furry, long-fingered animals. Yeah, not people. I wouldn't call people sloths. Actual animals that are actual sloths with furry hair and long fingers. They have little name badges, and they have a really difficult time communicating, and everything takes an extremely long time. But it is what it is. You use what you got. You use what you got. What can I do about it? Is it possible that I have a callus on my thumb from using my mouse at work? Like as it drags across the desk surface thing? That just seems really, really messed up to me. Is that even possible? Well, good morning. Good morning, Gabe. Gabe, I think you have questions. Everybody seems to have good questions. We all have good questions. Why did I name this title Changes? Well, maybe I had a little Bruce Hornsby on the mind, huh? Maybe I had a little Tupac on the mind. Tupac is alive. It actually is. Actually, for real. I didn't even watch the video. I just saw the thumbnail. And I was like, that's hilarious. Das hilarious. It's German. Das hilarious, you know? It's German. Just made it up. Not really. But I did. I'm just not actually a fan of that's just the way it is as a philosophy. I mean, I say it pretty regularly, more than likely. There are things that is the way that they are, but there are also some things that we can change, which I guess that's what that song is supposed to mean, hypothetically. Here's the way that things are, but we got to make some changes. It was probably Tupac's greatest song, and he was just repurposing an already popular song. Good old Bruce. I don't know any other song by that guy, by the way. I forget what happened. The other day I was looking up a song, and then there was a suggested song. I was like, oh wow, I haven't heard that in a while. And then the next suggested song was Bruce Hornsby, That's Just the Way It Is. And I was like, oh yeah, that's a good old song. Let me listen to that one. And then I was like, yeah, but I can't listen to that without also listening to Tupac's version. If you're like shaking your head right now because you're like, Tupac, I can't believe this guy right now. Just listen to the song, changes. You'll understand why. I listened to it. So this was back in the day before before Pandora. Before Pandora, the way that you learned about other music, well, okay, after normal people in the weird transitional stage of the late 90s, early 2000s, there was this period of time where there was Bearshare and Kazaa and other things. But Kazaa was the big one for me early on. Everything went downhill, obviously. I don't think, here's what's really weird. I don't think anyone does any of that anymore. It's really weird because this was before YouTube. Before YouTube. Stuff changed. But before YouTube, it's amazing. It's really hard for my brain to go before YouTube. But I had plenty of years before YouTube. Plenty. Anyway, Kazaa. You just had access to all this stuff. Well, it's called pirating. Yeah, I read the laws. The laws were actually primarily focused on distribution. Possession wasn't actually a violation, but distribution was. But anyway, that was back when you could type in a song and find it on Kazaa. That's how I first was able to listen to that Tupac song, was through Kazaa. And why did I mention Bearshare? Bearshare was one, but there was another one when I was at college. So when you have 300 computers or 400 computers on the same network, and they all, like back in the day, people had music on their hard drives, and other kids that had done the same thing through Kazaa and other means had downloaded this music, and it was on their hard drives, and they were all connected to the same network. And there was this thing called Bearshare, which is funny. It was called Bearshare. Just thinking about current naming conventions and stuff. Bears. It is kind of funny. But yeah, Bearshare like opened you up. You could just get into anybody's computer. You could see their music. Basically you could see any of the contents of their shareable drives, and they didn't have to have the software to take their music. They just had to be connected to the network and have that drive shareable on the network, which for some reason, I think My Documents was automatically shared every time. All right, comments. Good morning. Four of you here. Good morning, everybody. Napster, LimeWire, I did. Napster, I actually never did the Napster thing. Yeah, the BitTorrent thing I was really afraid of, because all I heard about Pirate Bay and all the other torrent stuff was that there was a bunch of sodomites, but you know what saying. Like, there was just a lot of evil around the torrent thing, even though it was pretty much the same thing. I just didn't want to, I didn't care about any of the other stuff. MPGs, VIDs, AVIs. Now, I did get me some movies throughout the time. I got all the Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. Like, so that was probably LimeWire and Kazaa. But changes. There's been a lot of changes over the years, but really, when I named it changes this morning, I wasn't thinking about all the changes that have happened, even though there are plenty to talk about. I'm thinking more so, how do we make integral? No. How do we make small changes one at a time? That's toward a long-term goal. You have to pick some things and just do them. Well, for instance, I recognized an issue with my health, my body, or whatever, and I was like, let me do something. So I started walking. What did I do yesterday? I think I walked yesterday? Yeah, I've been walking every day at work. Because, I mean, what else am I going to do? Sit down in a quiet, dark room and play a video game? That's what I used to do. Sometimes I would listen to a stream or read an article, but usually it was just PUBG. Nope. So I'm eating food for breakfast, and I'm eating food for lunch. I'm sitting, and I come home and I do some more sitting. Yeah, that's just not a good idea. Not a good idea. So had to change it. Had to change it up. And thank you for the word incremental that I, for some reason, could not get my mind to unlock that word for me. All right, so if I want to one day, whoa there, buckaroo. If I one day want to build my own conversions in like U-Haul trucks or buses or something like that, one of the ways I can incrementally work towards that, thank you, is I can build little ones. I mentioned it, I guess, yesterday. I want to build like something like about that big, about that tall, about 18 inches tall by whatever the length would be. Probably, I don't know, 3 feet, or maybe 12 inches by 3 feet, 12 by 1 by 3. I don't know though. That seems pretty short. I've got to get the proportions right for chill out. I'm getting over 2. Calm down. Calm down back there. I'll get the dimensions right, because the 26 footer would be the ideal conversion. And I'll look up the specs of where storage things would be, and all that. It's all. I know it. I mean, it's not that. The main thing is storage. Not like the gray tank and all that you can situate, but like actual storage. Tote, like Rubbermaid container sized storage. But here's the thing, you don't have to have, you can have the underbed type Rubbermaids, It's not a bad idea at all. Not a bad idea. So instead of situating your storage, if you're going to do it like a custom storage, do custom storage. What if the custom storage was, um, like 10 inches or 12? You give yourself some wiggle room in there, 12 inches. And you're able to put uh, those underbed Rubbermaid storage things, the flat ones, but they're long and wide and all that stuff. I keep on imagining all these different designs. And then some of the other things that I'm imagining is like the bunk room. You can do bunk beds, but I'm also thinking, what if bunk beds is not ideal? And I'm actually imagining the way that the bed would be able to just flip up like this and then provide play area and stuff like that. And you can convert the room midday or in the morning, make your bed and flips up and then you flip it down at night. So there's that, but I'm even imagining how you can put the bunk beds on a track that will rotate down in a little flip up. I'd be doing all this out of wood. I don't work with metal. It's I wonder what people when people see me doing all the hand motions, if they don't see the camera, be like, he's like really serious over there about something. You right down front of me, Lou. There you go with that voice, man. Get mad every time. Such a jerk. I was so gonna go, but these cars are coming around the corner. Old Susanna. You're weird. Did I say I wasn't? Did I is? Whatever I say I is. Well, that sounded like Bill Clinton almost. All right, well, I'm about to leave you guys all alone. All alone. I'm not stopping this stream. It's too difficult to start these things up. Chat amongst yourselves. Leave. Don't feel obligated to stick around. I've got another 20 minutes. I'll be back. That means I have to leave my phone and all that. It's going to be really awkward. Keep a watch on things. Keep a watch on things. Okay? Don't let anybody come. I'll look up Murphy beds. I'll look that up. That's interesting. Oh boy. So it didn't take that long because there was literally no one in there, but I had to watch the individual finish cleaning a device. Here's what's insane. Pensacola, a 9-inch by 7-inch by 1-inch package. I don't know if you can see that. $15. 0.1 pounds. FedEx, I mean, I can't drive it there for cheaper. I get it. Kind of. $15? I thought I was overcharging with 10. Am I old? Or is FedEx one of the worst companies on the planet? I mean, $14.93. The tracking number is 7868. I'm not going to finish because I just realized what that would do. But anyway, I was about to be really retarded there. Really legitimately retarded. But then they asked for the name, and I just said the name that I have. And then she asked if I had the phone number. I'm like, no. And then they have to scan my license. All of these things are, it's just, FedEx is garbage. I don't have anything to hide. She didn't even ask me what it was. She didn't even ask. She figured, oh, if it was 0.1 pounds, I guess it's a necklace, but like, didn't even ask. But all the other stuff, and $15. It'll be there in 3 business days or whatever. So I guess you'll be getting it next Tuesday or Wednesday, buddy. Oh, it really hurts my head. Hi, what are you here for? Shipping? And then she proceeds to take an actual 3 to 5 minutes. It was probably only 3, but it felt much longer. She had a little paintbrush thing in her hand, and she was sweeping away dust from around a machine. As I stared at her. In complete amazement at the lack of customer service. Oh, so you just think back and call and they just come to you whenever? Yeah, when the store is empty and they're not attending to another customer. Yes, customers always come before a cleaning task. You can go back to the cleaning task when you no longer have a customer. $15 around 3 days. You saw the package. It was 9 by 7 by 1 and 0.1 pounds. I said, is it insured for $15 million? You know, this stuff's supposed to be aggregate. Like, it's not just a personal delivery. It's supposed to be a big company. No, you're taking stuff all over the place. You coordinate. You do logistics. I guess that's UPS, though, that's really proud of their logistics. FedEx must not really understand that concept. And I know that FedEx has a better reputation for proper care of the, it's all the same. It's all run by humans. Oh. I'll stop. I just wish something else was open before I had to go to work. Everything opens exactly when I'm supposed to be at work, so. And everything's closed by the time I would be able to make it to it. They open at 8:30 and close at 4:30. What kind of schedule is that, guys? What kind of schedule is that? Exactly 8 hours? Yeah? All right, where am I going? Just it? All right, do not go to the Coca-Cola plant. That would be awkward. All right, so anyway. I'm hungry too, so maybe I'm a little on the hangry side. But I didn't even look at the chat, guys. Good morning, welcome. Glad you're here. I'm just ranting and raving about how horrible FedEx is and how stupidly expensive to send a tiny little envelope, a itsy bitsy, tiny little 9-inch by 7-inch by 1-inch, 0.1 pound envelope, about 600 miles away, about 600 miles for $15. Well, gosh, when you put it that way, that's a deal. Yeah. You can leave. You can leave. Leave now and never come back. That's a really terrible Gollum impression. Listen, I'm not a circus man, okay? You can be a circus man if you want to be a circus man, but I'm not a circus man, so don't expect me to do an excellent Gollum impression. Wait, did he do the voice and the face? Because I actually don't know. It'd be kind of lame if he was only the face. I would be kind of. I mean, you can be proud of the work as an artist if you're doing the voice and the face. But if you were only the face, I don't know, guys. I would be a little embarrassed if I was only the face of Gollum and not the voice too. Because if the voice brings it around, you're acting. It's all good. I mean, oh yeah, but there's face acting, moving your facial muscles and all that stuff. If that's your argument, I'm at it. All right, so back to the construction. So ways to open up. So what I would like is, what would be really cool to me would be to have the wall. So the walls to be closed. Wait, let me explain. So the toilet and the shower be separated. They have a wall in front of them. But you pull one wall, you open it up like a door, but you're pulling it and it closes off the bedroom. And then you pull the other wall and you open it up and then it creates a larger room. I saw it done on one of those tiny, amazing home something in Britain. Does anybody say Britain anymore? Am I just saying Britain because I'm a weirdo? Does Britain exist? Brexit, Britain exists. England, Britain. I'm just real United Kingdom. I don't get it. Great Britain, United Kingdom, England. Do those indicate different portions of land? It's a distraction, y'all. It's a distraction. Ignore distractions. Anyway, on one of those TV shows, it showed that stuff. And the whole thing, it became a much wider, open bathroom. but then there was like drains in the floor, and it was fancily done where the wall pieces that rotated to create a new chamber, bathroom chamber, basically a nice large roomy bathroom. Those they had like rubber seals or whatever, like squeegee-ish, a squeegee-like bottom that would prevent water from exiting the room. But I don't know. You know, I think about different ways that can be done. But you also want to, you want longevity. Maybe simpler is better. Fancy design like that, more stuff to break. I don't know. What does any of this have to do with anything? Because there may come a day when having mobile means of living is much more important. And even if it never comes to the necessity of it, there is still quality and value in it. So there's that. I'm hungry. Last night, but with my little float that I was vibing on, probably misused that word, but I did it on purpose. That makes it okay. I'm kidding, guys. As long as you believe what you're saying, that's fine by me. No. That obviously has major limits. These people really don't like it when folks go the speed limit. As you see the cars, they're not going like 20 miles an hour faster, just 10. Because they're like, it was 70. I ain't going no 60. Ain't nobody gonna hold me back, bro. I'm just chilling, y'all. Even if I'm late to work, I'm just chilling. Hey, why are you late to work? So I was just chilling, dog. Did you just call me dog? We need to have a conversation. Yeah, you're right. We do need to have a conversation. Lots of conversations are happening, and a whole lot of conversations need to happen. You know, it's all about the conversation, if you think about it. Why am I still doing this? Let me do this. It's probably affecting things. We'll go to that. I still had my GPS on. Silly me. I just don't. I like to chill. That's part of why I use GPS. I mean, once you know where you're going, you can chill too. But using GPS is, I don't have to really. I don't want to make a habit or memorize how to get to the FedEx store. I just want some legend hero of another store, like the Pack and Ship store, or it's called More Ink for Less here in this town, and they do shipping. And I wish that legend of a man that has 2 locations, I wish he would open earlier. And he did during holiday season, but earlier at 8, not earlier at 7. So that was back when I was working 9:30. And, 8:30, that's not a big deal. But now that I'm working 8:30 as a start time, it's a lot bigger of a deal. I mean, why isn't everybody not just waking up at 5, getting their day started, or the sunrise. It'd be nice if everything was a little bit more centered around the sunrise. And there was an expectation that most businesses would be open no later than 1 hour after the sunrise, and that certain businesses would be open exactly at sunrise. And not many businesses would be expected to be open before that time. That would be ideal. And there are probably places like that on this rock that we live on. Well, that's really a demeaning way to explain how the creator put this thing together. Guys, hyperbole in the opposite direction. Well, that'd be an understatement then, wouldn't it? Yeah, but hyperbole is more fun to say. Yeah, but it's not hyperbole. Who are you arguing with right now? Changes. There he goes again, trying to get himself back on topic. This is just sad. This is just sad. So, all right. So, intoxicating masculinity mentioned. By the way, we did a stream last night. Check it out if you want. But he mentioned I can't remember the name. All right, so the funniest thing happened last night. The funniest thing happened. He was talking about being sarcastic. He used the word sarcasm. And I thought he said starcasm. And I almost died. I felt my chest imploding. And it was getting scary there for a minute. Sarcasm in relation to especially someone like Ben Shapiro, because he's a movie star or a television star, and he uses sarcasm. It's the funniest thing ever, because he's a TV star and he uses sarcasm, and that's why. That's so funny. That's the only reason that's so funny. I think a certain color was mentioned last night's stream. That was merely coincidental. But it was hysterical. Historical. Oh no. Oh no. He's a very sarcastic fellow, though, you have to admit. Oh man. Nobody in my daily interaction, humans, gets it. That's what they call an inside joke. Maybe I yawn when I'm hungry, like a breatharian. Oh, I'm full again. Yes. My belly, I can feel it. That'll bite me over for the next couple of hours. Yummy. This guy is an actual crazy person. He's an actual crazy person. I see a boat, and he's rowing, or she, I couldn't tell. And why would I guess the gender? I've been hearing something. Speaking of changes, I've been hearing lately that men need not apply to the military anymore. Women are going to just take care of it, which is kind of sweet. I mean, it's kind of terrifying for my daughters. But on the other hand, it's like, yeah, okay. So all those stereotypes about men like sitting on a couch and kicking their feet up and just sipping on a beverage, eating potato chips, they just want more of that. I wonder who wants that. Somebody does. Men need not apply to the military. Interesting. So more couch potatoes. Men don't need to work because the women will work. Men don't need to go into the military because the women will take care of that. So what's left except the couch and some potato chips and beverages? Oh, but some of you will say, well, no, in that case, the man would need to do the dishes, he would need to do the laundry, he would need to do the mopping and the sweeping, and he would start doing those things. And, well, maybe not. Maybe men not need even to do anything. And then women are going to take care of going to Mars. I read or heard about that recently. I think it was Reality Not Fiction did a little video on that. I think it was them. So women are going to take care of colonizing Mars. They'll do that all by themselves. And what else? What else has changed in the year 2019? Truckers. That was probably a female trucker. You know. All plumbing. Yeah, there's no male plumbers anymore. All female plumbers. All female. Electricians. All female. All female. The electrician schools and the plumbing schools, the engineering schools, all females. They just kick the men out and just say, hey, I know you had one semester left, but you're not going to get a job anyway. It's fine. Just go be a couch potato. You'll be fine. How are you going to pay your bills? Find a sugar mama. That's the thing now, right? Isn't that how that works? Sugar mama? That's what that candy was called, right? You're trying to use a candy to justify an entire ecology of human relations. You're trying to say that a candy should dictate how we live our lives? Yeah, I am. What's it to you? There's a little message on the back of this van. Well, I don't know what it is. It's a Dodge. So there's that. Dodge. Dodge. What a horrible company. And why is Dodge a horrible company? Because their cars are made of toothpicks and pieces of plastic and silly putty and sarcasm. I'm going to use that word way too much. I'm going to get deplatformed. It's going to happen. They're going to kick me off the tube because I said the word sarcasm. Wait, why would they do that? What's wrong with talking about movie stars? I don't know. You're not allowed to criticize anyone these days. Not even movie stars or television stars. That's literally not even funny. And second of all, it's offensive. Offensive to who? People that are in the ground, buried, that have been dead for decades? That's who it's offensive to? People really are critical and say horrible of a person Constantine was. I don't get offended. I wouldn't be who I was if he had never lived. Like, if you have a time machine, and that's how that works. That is actually how that works. If you had a time machine and you killed him, before he had procreated, okay, I wouldn't exist. And millions and millions and millions of other people wouldn't exist. I mean, there would be another person that had similar DNA to me, but I wouldn't exist. So, I mean, he did that, but he didn't do it on purpose, you know. I mean, he did do it on purpose, but he didn't cause me to exist on purpose. That's all I'm saying. All right, well, you just interviewed a prospective female. That's funny if that's the case. We'll just hire a maid, and because women do all the work, it would be a female maid as well. So literally, men need not apply anywhere. That's the mantra of 2019. Men, step aside. Step aside, men. Step aside. We'll do all the everything. And whenever women are like, well, we need a man for this thing, they'll just do the frog thing and they'll just be one. Because I saw that meme. We want equality to men, and it's like the Rosie the Riveter. And then there's no, oh no, it's a 4-step progression. I forget the second step. And then women are better than men, and then all the way to women are men. Kind of was the progression. What? I wonder if that stops this. Does that stop the stream when I get a phone call? Because if it doesn't, that's kind of sweet action. I don't know how it would still be connected while I don't know. Tell me real quick though. I just got a phone call. Was the stream interrupted? Like, did it go circle crazy for a minute? Not a minute, like 10 seconds, 5 seconds. Let me know in the chat while I park here. I'm going to do my parking. All right, let's check the chat out. Guys, hanging out. She ran away, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's funny. All right, let's scroll up to the top. Now, there's a lot of chat this morning. Good job. Where'd he go? He's in the FedEx. Gone postal. Yeah, I was about to. Oh, man. I can't take this. Oh, wow. It's terrifying. Wow. Sing a song. No, this is a story. Yep. I can't believe you all did that. That's funny. You got to go to USPS and do a flat rate box for $7.90. I know. They don't open until, like, USPS. This is their philosophy. We open at closing time. So good luck. I know. I hate it. They don't want to pay more than one shift. Yeah, I understand that. That makes sense. Yeah, I know he did motion, but did he do the voice? I can't find that conversations video. I tried to find the conversations video, like all by itself, the cut up one. I can't find it. If you guys find a link, post the link, send the link to me, because I wanted to watch it again. Sarcasm is hysterical. I'd love to be part of one someday. That's so good. I know. Sarcasm. That's some next level humor. It was sarcasm. It's actually satire, but sarcasm. Sarcasm is the new greatest word, and we have to get Owen Benjamin on the sarcasm. We have to, because he'll take that and run with it. We can only hope. No interruption. Cool. Yeah, I got a phone call, but the way that the tethering system works, cool. He did the voice. Good. Okay. Well, good for him. Good for him. I don't hate him anymore, because before I was gonna just be like, oh, he's just a pathetic individual if all he did was the face of Gollum. But you did the voice too. Good job, bro. Good job. You're fine. Fine. I don't know what your personal life is like, but at least you did your job, at the very least. Yeah, I take the trash out. When I'm not working crazy hours, I try and also do the dishes. I did the dishes last night before the stream, so I did that. And then my wife cuts the grass on purpose for exercise. I'll do it anytime she says, if she ever needs a break or whatever. And the yard needs weed eated, and I don't know when I'm going to do that. I'm going to have to probably do that Sunday evening or something. We'll figure it out. The whole family's sick, so pray for the kids. I've got 3 of them. They're all got fevers and throwing up and stuff, and it's rough, but it's all good. They'll be fine. Anyway, I'm gonna go do my work thing, and my buddy that bought the necklace, it's on its way. I was gonna be a complete autist and try and say the whatever it's called, tracking number. Then I realized how exposing that would be, and yeah, sorry about that. I only said a couple of numbers. I was being really stupid. Stuff happens, guys. Stuff happens. All right, I gotta get into work. Get my work on. I'm gonna bring my umbrella though. These clouds are looking really intimidating. You never know. They're moving real fast. It could be blue by the end of the day, noon, whenever I go take my walk. All right. Well, I will see you guys. And always read your Bible. And stay away from false teachers too, because that's no good.